For their feeding, this is what I've worked out works the best right now. It will evolve. They get every 2 to 3 hours a half a can of Friskies pate, different varieties. I was trying to feed them the Nature's Instinct, but right now they need to gain weight, which means they need to eat. I will work on shifting them over to the better food as soon as I can, but they weren't eating it. And this is what they were eating outside. So they get half a can with water, and the Chinette plates work the best. They, if you try to feed them in bowls or anything like that, they just kind of push it all to the sides and then they don't eat the side. But this, they can kind of step on it, they can get in it, they can eat it, and they'll lick the plate clean. They are a little bit more expensive, but they have to be kind of the heavy duty because I add water to it and the other ones get too floppy. Right before bed, I fill half of one of these with the milk replacement. I have noticed though, last night they didn't drink as much. They ate all their food and didn't drink as much of the milk. So I really think only a couple more days of the milk and they'll be totally on wet food. That seems to work the best. It's when they eat the most and they all three will eat. Their feeding schedule has had to be adapted several times. It's hard to know. And they're weaning off of formula. I'm giving them a whole can every, I would say 3 hours. And they're eating pretty much all of it. I mean, there's always some like stuck to the plate. They're pretty much eating a whole can every 3 hours. One of the little Friskies cans. I'm still giving them the milk right before bedtime. And every day it's being drank a little less. So, you know, I think they're weaning pretty good. I haven't put out any dry food yet because I want to talk to the vet first. I have to put out, now I've decided I have a can on 2 different plates, and I put one in over here and then I put one on this side because I think the gray one was kind of guarding the food, and I don't want, you know, that to be a problem. She may not have been, but it just seemed like she was sitting by the food a lot. And so just to make sure that wasn't a problem, I just put 2 plates out now, which seems to work pretty good anyway. In terms of the litter box, I moved the litter box, the main litter box, from here to over here because I got to thinking most feral cats won't use like a covered litter box. I think because they don't feel safe. A lot of people like those, and so I thought we'll try. I put this under here because it's kind of covered. And I may actually, when they're a little bit farther along, get a covered one just so they can get used to going in either one. But they're doing pretty good. Now they do have some mishaps, but as you can see, they don't cover it very well. And I have cleaned this one up. There was litter a lot, and it's so funny because there'll be litter like up here and over here. But they're getting in there pretty good on this one. Now, I'll show you one of the problems. But if you're squeamish, don't look. Okay, this is their second litter box area. And as you can see, I've cleaned out the box itself, but I left everything else to show you. But that's what it looks like. Now, she's playing with the red ball. With the litter box under the bed, the reason I put it there is because I used to have it lined with blankets and pajamas. They were going in the blankets and pajamas. So I thought, oh, I'll put a litter box there. Or you know, the problem with that is that is so shallow that they get the litter all over the floor. And then they go to the bathroom in the litter that's on the floor. And none of the three have what I would call solid poop. They don't really have diarrhea, but it's loose. I'm pretty sure that's normal because, you know, they're switching over to different food. So we'll see. But that's how we're going on the litter box. As to their personalities, Aurora is still the only one that will voluntarily let me hold her. Now, Mouse I can entice out with a toy and kind of just pick him up. But it takes about 15 minutes of play. And I hold him up against my body and talk to him and kind of rock him for a little bit. And then when he starts getting fidgety, I will wrap him like this in a blanket and play with him with a toy. You've all seen how Aurora is. She's crazy. She's over there in the shoes, meowing, trying to find Mouse. He's up here. The gray one, I'm going to be honest, I have only held the gray one about 5 times in, it's almost been 4 full whole days. Look, she's coming to play. I have to like actively chase her to catch her, and I don't want her to be traumatized. When I do catch her, I try to hold her as long as I can without her freaking out. But she's just not easy. And I play with these two under the bed a lot with that string toy so she can watch. And I'm hoping she'll just see these two playing with me. He's over here. Do you hear?